This is Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching episode 8 of season 1 of Yellowjackets. I appreciate everybody that has been, checking out this channel, checking out the content, and checking out these reviews, because it really does mean a lot. Doing these things at the middle of the night isn't the most ideal time to do these reviews, but it's the only time I'm able to do them. So I appreciate everybody's patience. I know I can mess up and fumble a little bit, but it is what it is. Going to get better as time goes on. Never going to be perfect. Don't try to be perfect. It is what it is, but I appreciate the positive and even the negative comments either way. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and follow me on Twitter at perp420. So, man, Van is in really bad shape. She's damn near missing half her face. I'm wondering if she's potentially blind, because that's what it kind of looks like with this kind of we're seeing it from her POV. They're already about to burn the corpse without even checking if she's still alive, which I like that they kind of threw that in with Van. She's like, really, fire? That was cool. So we get a very Laura Lee centric episode, and for good reason, or should I say a sad reason, because we kind of see this flashback of her. I guess this is like a church summer camp thing going on. She dives into the pool and just completely smacks her. Yo, I literally was trying to hold back my laughter because I was like, fuck, that looked like it hurt. I was thinking that was going to be her kind of calling and stuff like that, but the lifeguard was saying no, that wasn't. I guess that was kind of just her realization, or just where she started to believe in God and whatnot. And she's really firm on that, even when she's talking to Lottie, and Lottie's like, do you think they'll be okay? And she pretty much replies you just gotta trust in God. I like that. Now, onto some juicy things, because there's definitely been talks. A lot of people have this theory that Adam is really Javi in disguise. So that's definitely seeming to be true. There might be more to it, but we'll get into that, because Shauna and her daughter Callie have this whole entire conversation, this kind of back and forth, and Callie pretty much puts into Shauna's ear, if you love this guy so much, or you like this guy so much, why is it that I can't Google him or find him on the internet? She kind of plays it off and just says, you don't know what you're talking about. But she does end up looking into it and finding out that, she might be right. And I'm with Callie on this, right? I feel like she genuinely cares about her mother and father, and just really feels like her mom is doing her father dirty. Because Shauna has this belief that Jeff is cheating on her, when we don't even really know that to be sure. All she saw is Jeff coming out of the hotel or something like that with another woman, which doesn't really mean anything unless you really caught him in the act. I'm standing with Callie on this. Let me know how you guys feel about that. So, with things kind of being awkward between Travis and Natalie, because they try to have sex, and obviously Travis couldn't keep it up, things are just really awkward. And then we kind of flash back into present day, where Natalie is really struggling with this stuff, and she texts some dude, and at first glance I was like, yo, is she tricking? I was like, no way. We'll get into all that very shortly. But younger Nat runs into the coach, and they have this really interesting conversation where we also get the reveal that the coach is gay. He does not find any of the girls or women attractive. So, interesting. And he also kind of gives Natalie some advice. He's probably just nervous because they're talking about Travis and stuff, and she's trying to figure out what's going on. Is Travis possibly gay as well? But no, he's just kind of not as confident in itself, and probably just doesn't know how to feel truly about Natalie. We'll get more into that. So Taissa and Van and everybody else are heading back to the cabin, but Van is just in just complete shitty state right now. So Taissa tells everybody else, yo, go ahead of us, bring back help. So while that's going on, we go back to present day, and we gotta know what Misty's up to. And of course, Misty, still has the reporter locked up in her basement. And then she sees on the camera that Natalie was about to go purchase some coke. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna pretty much relapse, which pretty much blows up her whole entire spot, because she pretty much told Natalie, yeah, I've been pretty much watching you, before she even just, found the camera and whatnot. And Misty really means well. She doesn't want anything bad to happen to any of her friends, and she really showed that in this. She's still a crazy motherfucker, but she is really showing that, she's serious about her friendship with Natalie, and she doesn't want her to relapse. So going back to the wilderness, the flashback, this Jackie chick talks way too much, but I can understand it now, because at first I was like, yo, why is she like going around just telling everybody's business? Not knowing that she feels some type of way towards Shauna because she read the book. What she read in that is probably the truth, and that's why she's kind of like outing different people. So this causes some friction between Natalie and Travis, and I feel like that's just going to be a back and forth thing with them. And because they do mention, in the present day, that whole relationship was toxic, like that they had. It might be a joke, or it might be actually serious. I think we're going to definitely see them kind of go off and on. Let me know how you guys feel about Jackie kind of spilling the beans there, just telling everybody's business. But back in present day, we have this really awkward, silent dinner with Shauna and her family. Then the doorbell rings, and she starts to kind of be in panic mode because she thinks it's like Adam or something like that. And, that's all she can really think about now, is just like, damn, Callie might be right about this dude, Adam. So it's really Taissa that pops up. And I like that she kind of snuck in there that, yo, we haven't seen each other, even though that's a lie. They've been kind of meeting in secret and stuff. And Taissa's just really worried about her situation of her sleepwalking, because for some odd reason now all this stuff is starting to come back, and it is apparently very dangerous. Some people had theories that maybe it was Taissa that like fucked up Van, but I don't know. It might just still have been the wolves and stuff like that. We'll have to wait and see. Now we get to this real quick scene of, Misty and everybody coming back and just telling them what happened, and them going to look for Taissa and Van. They bring them back, and man, the actress that's playing young Van, I gotta give her like props, because she really delivered in this scene. Like the blood curling screams and stuff like that, and just all the facial expressions from everybody, they were really just horrified, and just, it was kind of hard to watch, but it had to be done. Her whole face was like kind of open, so we'll see how she feels afterwards, if this is going to change her mentally or something like that, or if that's going to do anything to her mental state. I don't know. Is she going to be traumatized? I would be traumatized after, surviving a wolf attack. But these two have a really close connection. They have this conversation saying like, yo, if all this stuff didn't happen to us, what would you want to do? And, Shauna gives her example, and then Taissa gives her example, and it's exactly what she's been doing, what I'm saying? But, she always pictured her life differently. I don't know. I don't think this is what she pictured her life turning out to be. While this is all going on, you have Natalie pretty much about to trying to relapse, because she's just going insane right now, and there's just coke everywhere. So she finds herself a little bit of coke to kind of just snort and stuff. And also Misty was able to snort coke for the first time, which was really funny to watch, and that whole scene. But then we see Misty go down to the basement where the reporter is, and the reporter has the bird hostage. Like, if you don't let me go, I'm gonna snap this bird's neck. And Misty's like obviously attached to this bird, so she's like, go ahead, do that. and ends up not doing it. The reporter ends up not doing it, but the bird kind of flies away, like, pretty pissed, and she's like obviously kind of going through a lot of things with her friends and whatnot. Decides to let the reporter go, which I don't know if that's a smart idea. We'll see. We'll see if they can kind of put their shit aside and the reporter actually help Misty, or she's probably working with this dude Adam. Who knows? Speaking of Adam, though, Shauna pops up on Adam to just kind of check his temperature a little bit, just to see where his mind at is, if he's going to slip up on a lie. He did kind of come up with a perfect counter to her asking about the whole school thing, the whole Pratt thing. Then he gets this weird idea saying, like, yo, let's just go out into the cabin in the woods. Why would you do that? I don't know. Shauna's just really slightly obsessed with this dude, but she also is very cautious because she doesn't know who this guy really is. And that's going to be fascinating going forward. Now, as we get closer to the end of this episode, Laura Lee kind of wakes everybody up and tells everybody, like, look, I've been reading this pilot's manual. I've done this when I was younger. I think I could fly this plane to go get help. Then Jackie just randomly just puts out there, like, you know, Shauna is pregnant. She's not the only one that doesn't need, the coach isn't the only one that needs medical attention. Shauna needs medical attention because she's pregnant. Like I said, Jackie's just sitting there telling everybody's business. The coach kind of wants to stop Laura Lee, but he obviously can't in his condition. So she just says, you know what, this is my purpose. And I really like that. That's really dope. Back in present day, we get introduced to a new character that used to be Natalie's sponsor, and she also was doing some crummy ass shit with selling people's personal information. And it was mentioned in the past episode by the reporter when she was talking to Misty and Misty also let Natalie know about this because now she wants to figure out what's really going on. That her bank account, or no, not her bank account, but I should say Travis's bank account was emptied out before his death. So that she wants her sponsor to kind of look into, get her some information and stuff like that. That's going to be interesting. Now they're setting up this plane, you know, getting off all the grass and trees they're sticking in and whatnot. But anyways, these two, Jackie and Shauna, are definitely going to clash, I think, in the finale of this season. I think all the truth is going to come out because she's acting really weird towards Shauna, and Shauna doesn't get that, you know, Jackie read your little diary and kind of knows what you've been doing. Let me know in the comments below how you think that altercation's going to go. So Taissa pretty much goes to her family like, look, man, I went through a lot of traumatic things. I'm starting to sleepwalk again. I don't want to hurt nobody, so y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get out of here. And that was a really sad scene because, you know, she wants to do what's best for her family and what's best for her and whatnot. So now we get to some interesting little details about this dude, Adam. Not really, but Shauna's able to put all the pieces together because she finds this little thing of glitter. And if you remember, Natalie was chasing down the dude and he had nothing but glitter on him and stuff like that. So that is interesting to me. What is Adam going to say? Is he going to reveal that he's been Javi this whole time and just Shauna just didn't know or just didn't recognize him? That would bring some truth to a lot of what people have been talking about. So let me know how you guys feel about this whole entire scene as well. Now, this is the end of the episode. We have Laura Lee getting ready to take off. The coach kind of tells her, like, are you sure you want to do this? And she's like, yes, I want to do this. This is my calling. She takes off. Perfect flight. You think everything's going to go well. But man, all of a sudden, her bear catches fire and explodes midair. Just everybody is completely devastated. Fade to black. Man, this was a heavy episode. R.I.P. to Laura Lee. that's our actual first character that dies. I have some thoughts on that. Let me know who you think was involved with that. Who sabotaged that? Was it the coach, or was it something supernatural? Because if you remember, they did say that it feels like something was trying to keep them there. I don't know. Maybe it could have been the coach. He might have not just liked how Laura Lee talked to him. I don't know. I don't think he's that evil, though. I don't think he would go that far to kind of blow up the whole entire plane or anything like that. But it's fascinating. A lot of interesting things went on this episode. We got 2 episodes left. I have no idea how they're going to wrap this season up, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.